my name is Dion and welcome back to my channel and with my next episode of Cooking with Mama D. Today I'm going to be baking my very favorite banana bread. This recipe I found in a book called Craft Baking and it is really good because I have baked this for many of my co-workers and they just gobble it up. So to start, what we are going to do is we are going to be beating the sugar and the butter. So the basic recipe would be 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of butter to start. So I'm just gonna pour out all the ingredients. There we go. That's the and that's the butter. I'm gonna just put this aside, and then I'm going to take my trusty spatula and just kind of slice up the butter and make sure everything is going good. Just beat this up. Oh my god. Okay, let's just work this in before we start to use the mixer. Now, when I was growing up, my grandmother used to use a glass bottle to mix up her butter and sugar with, but I guess with technology, you know, everybody does their own thing. So I'm just gonna get rid of this, just scrape down the side, and here we go. Just put this over here. Then I'm gonna start my mixer. It's gonna get a little bit noisy, but I try not to talk. So we're just gonna beat the butter and sugar until it's very creamy. So I'm going to break 4 eggs because remember now we're making double the recipe. So 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. Okay, so now we're gonna turn on that mixer and mix the mixture. There we go. There we go. This is looking well. I'm gonna mix it until everything is fully incorporated. We're gonna make sure that we beat out all the little lumps in the butter and the sugar, okay, until it looks nice and clean. Okay, I think this is enough, so here we go. We're gonna stop this right here, and then I'm going to use my spatula and mix it around, and then this mixture here, which is the egg, sugar and butter, I am going to just put this aside for now. Okay, so we're gonna put this aside over here, and then we are going to be mashing the bananas. Now, I don't like to use a mixer to mix the bananas. I like to manually mash the bananas myself. To me, it's a little bit of therapy, you know, just to get out some little aggression. You just use your potato masher and you just mash away instead of paying for expensive therapy. So this goes a long way. So here we go. So we've got now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, adding 4 bananas. This is about 6 bananas because I am doubling the recipe. Because whenever I bake banana bread at my house and it comes out of the oven in like no time, one is finished. So we have to bake more than 1. So we're just gonna open the bananas and then peel them off, and then there we go. We'll take this and get that out of the way, put that in the garbage. And I'm gonna grab my handy dandy potato masher and mash the banana. There we go. Bang, bang. Yes, get that aggression out. Bang, bang. Get it out. Mash the bananas. Get it out. Mash the bananas. Get it out. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Who said you had to spend a lot of money on therapy? This is a good way of getting out stuff. Okay, so there we go. So we have mashed the bananas. So I'm just going to add my banana mixture to my egg, butter, and sugar mixture. I'm just gonna grab my spatula and scoop it in. There we go. Add that to the mixture. And to make it moist, I am going to use a whole container of No Name sour cream. Now, I like my No Name brand because as far as I'm concerned, they are just as good as the regular brand, and it's a little bit cheaper, and that's just up my alley. So here we go, a whole container of sour cream. I'm just going to spoon that out, and I'm just going to use my spatula and I'm going to mix it in. Just make sure it's mixed in properly. Turn it round, mix it in. There we go. Okay, so it looks really good. So now I am going to add my spices to this. Now I like whenever I'm baking to add my trusty vanilla. As I said the last time, us Jamaicans, we love our vanilla, but one of my co-workers says, oh, not only Jamaicans love vanilla. So I said to her, okay, us Caribbean people love our vanilla. So there you go. So I'm going to add my vanilla to it, and then I'm going to add some cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Just a little bit, there we go, just to give it a little flavor. Also my No Name brand. And I'm going to grab my grater. One fun fact about this grater that I have, I won't lie, it's about 30 years old. It is older than my oldest daughter. So just a little fun fact. Just gonna put that in, a little bit of nutmeg. Okay, that's good. Just gonna mix it and incorporate it. Ooh, smells delicious. Okay, so just mix that in. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Put this out of here. And now for my dry ingredients. Okay, so I am going to be using, because I am doubling my recipe and making 2 banana bread, I am going to be using 4 cups of sugar. And the recipe calls for half a teaspoon of baking powder, so it's going to be 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and it should be 2 teaspoons of baking soda. So here we go. Let me just get this cap off. Okay, and 1, 2, and you know what, I'll just add a little bit more. There we go. And I'm just gonna beat this in, mix it around. That's my raising agents, baking powder and baking soda, mostly baking soda. Now I'm going to add, last but not least, before adding my flour, I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt. I like to use my hand to measure my salt because that way I can control it. So there you go, the salt is in, and I'm going to add now my flour, which I've got here pre-measured, 4 cups of flour, and I shall sift it. So I'm just going to grab my sieve, and then I'm just going to pour it in. There we go. Da da da. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's pour this out, and then I'm gonna play a little tambourine. Here we go. Da da da. Knock it, knock it, knock it, knock it, knock it. Knock it down, knock it down, knock it down. Here we go. Sifting, sifting, sifting. Playing a little tambourine. Making sure all the lumps come out of the flour. Sifting all the way to the very end. There we go. All done. So now I'm back to my spatula. I am just going to mix in my flour. Going to turn on my oven here. Let's bake 350 and then start. And then I've got my 2 pans that I have greased and floured. I'm just going to put my mixture in. Take that out of the way, put that aside. Everything is in, and then I'm going to add my mixture in. There we go, just a little bit more turning. Turning, there we go. Oh, looks really good. There. Just gonna put these in the pan. And I'm gonna bring this one over here. Scrape it out. Look at those lovely banana pieces. That's why it's called banana bread. Okay, just gonna use my spatula and get the rest out. There we go. Add some more to this one, and just gonna scrape the edges of my bowl and just get out some more of my banana bread mixture. And there we go. It's all set and ready to go in the oven. So I started the oven. I'm just going to, can't even waste a drop. So here we go. I'm just all set. Put this down, and I'm going to take a paper towel, and I just want to run around the edges and just kind of clean up the edges, because if you don't clean up the edges when you bake, the edges will burn, and I don't want any burning. So I'm just gonna clean up some stuff here. So here is my banana bread mixture, and I'm just going to put these up in the oven, and it will take an hour. And just gonna turn around and put this in here. Here we go. Put that in my oven. That's 1, and that's 2. And we will bake for an hour, and it's a wrap right now. So my banana bread has been in the oven for at least an hour. So I just want to open it and look at them. Oh my, they look real beautiful. So I'm just going to grab a cloth, and I am going to take them out of the oven, and I will show you what they look like. So that's banana bread number 1 and banana bread number 2. Okay, they look delicious. And I'm just gonna close up the oven and turn it off. There we go. So now I'm just going to let it cool for at least 15 minutes, because if you try to turn it out before it's cool, they will break up. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes and I'll show you how it looks. So the banana breads are out of the oven and they have cooled. So what I usually do is I usually take a knife and just use the back part of the knife and run it along the edges because I am trying to loosen it. And last week I was talking to my aunt, and when I told her I was going to be making banana bread, she said, "Oh no, Dion, I don't know about that because your mom makes a good banana bread." And I said to her, okay, let's see. There we go. Easy peasy. So it is now out of the pan, and I am just gonna take my knife. So I'm just gonna cut it, and this is the end, and this is how it looks, nice and moist. And I'm going to cut another slice, and then I'm going to taste it. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And I'm gonna take this slice and let's cut this in half. I can tell you this banana bread is much better than my mother's. Sorry, Mommy. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.